Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Sitting at $269 at the moment, so Bankroll's coming up okay. Just signing in now. Anyway, session's going to be about an hour, squeezing it in. Might be 45 minutes depending. Um, Typically you want to play similar to what I did yesterday. I mean, we played disciplined poker. Didn't call any three bets, large three bets, which was pretty good. Uh, Thanks for noticing as well. We just having discipline definitely helped. Also, yeah, today's goal, probably just focusing on trying to squeeze in an hour. I'm going to call it Jack 10 here. So I got top pair, flush draws there though, so I've got to be a little bit careful here. Hopefully, turn card could be nasty. Also, we need to make sure that we, which one? Green, yellow. All right, just got to remember which ones we're doing. Yellow. So what's yellow? Yellow is it's when someone three bets light or got a tendency to steal. So similar scenario. So if you're in the small blind, someone three bets. If they've got a high ratio of betting, then we'll definitely put some pressure on with a four bet. We'll do some adjustments there. You to bet again. We do have top pair. Do we believe him? We'll let go. I think you could have ace jack for ace 10, sorry. That would be for ace jack. If you actually had ace jack suited, there is a possibility. Does three bet light. All right, 9-8 suited, we folded in the small blind. We could have played it as well, but being out of positions could be a little bit here. And queen 9, probably not continuing if he bets here. Does bet. It's quite light though. All right, I'm going to call one. Unfortunately, the ace, it's his range. Plus, he's probably going to bet the ace anyway, even if he's missed it. King Jack or something like that beats us anyway. All right, so we've got 10. We've got a backdoor flush draw. Probably should just get out of this one. All right, bit of a dry board for his king. Do have a backdoor flush, so do have a turn barrel card. So if another heart comes out or a 10 comes out, we can fire away. Probably more so with the 10 of hearts being an open ender and royal flags, I guess you'd say. Also, we just want to make sure that we continue building the points up, not the cost of the bankroll, obviously, but we've got 2,600. So I'd like to have at least 3,000 points by end of this session. All right. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get going. I was going to bet this one, try and steal it. I've got position here. Do have a gut shot. He's deeper stacked as well. All right, so we do have a pair here. We could probably fire away. I'm going to call it. Do I call it? I'm not going to call it. I want to call it so badly. Because if you hit the card, we're getting stacks in. All right, Jack on the river, beautiful. All right, so discipline, they're just folding. Okay, we'll check, get the free card. Really wanted to send another heart. 5 of hearts would have been really good. Get an open ender. Flush draw would have been really good. But this is not one of those. I'm just going to give up this one. We're going to fire it away, but I think it's just not worth it. We'll pick a better spot. All right, Jack 6 and drop it. Unfortunately, hit the Jack on the river, but you just never know. All right, pocket 4's whiffed, but at the same time, It's a dry board. He's going to see bet a lot. We're out of position here, though. I'm going to fire away and see what happens. Hello, Kitty folds. Beautiful. No one wants the ball. No one wants the pot. We'll take it. I'm just deciding to play a little bit different against Alejandro. Because sometimes players will have a tendency of raising you if they've got it, if they think you're trying to steal. So someone with a high ATS probably likely to do that. And someone probably a little more VPIP, you'll see VPIP, PFR, closer they are together, also with the high ATS. So this guy is definitely yellow. That's why he's tagged that one. Just while we're waiting for hands. It's not enough hands. Got to be careful. Got to be careful not just to prejudge someone. We need to have a little bit more information on them. This guy's pretty standard. All right, 9-8. But it got shot. Backdoor flush. Actually got a double better. I'm going to bet it. So a 10 or a 6 comes out. A heart would be nice as well. All right, so just betting that one. If you have a jack, ace jack or something like that, just calling. If he's got 2 pair, maybe he's raising. We'd probably call a raise. Probably not a shove, but we could definitely call a raise. And then obviously we're getting stacks in if you had 2 pair, which is what you probably want a straight to have, a straight to get stacks in, especially against 2 pair. All right, got a second to call. Really wanted the 10, but unfortunately didn't get there. But all right, he slowed down. Look at a bit this one. Remember he didn't 3-bet pre-flop, I don't think. He's probably at least got an ace here. We tried stealing it. Yeah. That's fair enough. Let's have a look at pre-flop. I did raise pre-flop. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. I should have checked there. All right, that was my mistake there. That was an oversight on my part. Probably my rush nature of playing the session, unfortunately. All right, so that's not good. I could have easily got out of that one. I should have just checked. Scenario here was I was trying to get a turn. Sometimes you can raise on the flop with that type of board. It looks scary, but if you get like a really nice turn card, 4 of clubs comes out, you've got an open-ended flush draw that you need to look at. All right, now we've got aces coming in. Looks like someone's happy with their hand. All right, we'll raise it. I think he's just going to call. Or is he going to jam? He's going to kings probably. Or ace king. Even better. It's not suited, which is good. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to accept that, but we're not going to cash out. Still not going to cash out. And then, yeah, he's drawing dead now. All right, queen 10's just going to let it go. Would have been a good turn card, though. Just when I thought the session was a little bit dry, aces paid off. Definitely enjoying that one. All right, we're going to raise this one up quite steep. Everyone here is quite deep stacked, so I probably have got away with just calling. They're going to be more likely to call here as well. Jams. And all right, I'm just going to fold. We'll let go of that one, and then we'll start a new table. We don't want to risk too much there. We're happy with probably just gain back whatever we lost. It was just unfortunate that we just misread the hand. I mean, previously to that person that had ace king 2 pair. All right, we'll value this one. In queen, probably could call it, but that's fine. So what, we got 40. So roughly about 270. That's fine. Slightly higher, I guess, since we've got, about $2 on this table as well. That pretty much just covered a couple of our messy starts. So sometimes we get a few messy hands to begin with. This guy is very tight, but it's only 21 hands. But someone we've got to keep an eye on. Someone we definitely got to keep an eye on. Just don't want to have someone that's playing very loose, aggressive, run amok. You could see the other night when at the other session where I was playing quite well. It was the table where I ran into someone with pocket queens and pocket jacks, and then I had the king five hand. But you'll see that on that specific table, two of us were playing quite solid, like quite loose, aggressive. And you'll see that some of the actual better players were actually raising us. And that's how they were attacking us. But on the upside is when we tighten up and they start raising us, they're actually, we're actually to get paid off with our aces and kings and, our juicy premium hands. All right, let's get a call here. All right, let's check this one. I'm going to see that every single time. All right, now I am. Did I bet this one? All right, beautiful. I hit two on the river. I don't think I'm going to value bet the ace. So he's got ace high or something. Oh, he's got his out kicked. All right, going to call ace queen. No diamond, unfortunately. All right, this is a scary board. We're going to three bet as well. So I think he's going to find all the folds if he's just got overcards. We could actually still have the best hand if he's got king higher. So we could have had that, done that for value. He's got tens. That's all right. We were still drawing to overcards, so it's not the worst. So would have got a lot of folds maybe. The only other thing was if we bet the river again and turned our hand to a bluff. Because I felt like his hand wasn't strong, he'd be betting otherwise. Didn't he feel like wasn't defending? So he was pretty much drawing, I guess, but drawing to the nuttish type hands. All right, 9-5's gone. All right, 5-4, 10-5 is gone. Oh yeah, and funny enough, I said thanks for getting me to the 300 subscribers. Then Mr. Funny unsubscribed. Now I'm at 299. So thanks for that person. Anyway, there's always that one guy. All right, 7-5 offsuit. 7-5. Okay. Yeah. Well, also need to keep an eye out on people that shove all ins as well. Maybe we can make them orange if they shove all in, or just a different color. Or usually the fishy type colors. Now green. So yellow's someone with three bets. Yeah, three bets too light. Light blue is someone who bets with air, I guess. Red is someone who's very strong. Just someone who bets with strong hands. So someone who value bets a lot and will always have a better hand. Well, not always have a better hand, but at least have a strong hand. All right, call this one. Beautiful. I'm going to find the truth. I don't know if we want to go for stacks here. I don't want to call that one. All right. If I've got no information on this guy, I feel better if he folds and I'll just shove all in. I'm just going to shove. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If he's got aces and kings, he could still have an ace with a diamond. Or he could have that hand. So there was always that risk as well. There was always that risk, unfortunately. there was always that risk. It was a big bet too. Did he play? All right, so calls a raise. And did he have, I think 6-4, didn't he? So 6-4, we'll put a green on him. Like Green said, I know he won a hand, but that doesn't make him good. It just makes him lucky. At this stage, someone who's got 6-4 is going to burn a lot more money in the long term. Okay, we'll call, but we're out of position. Hopefully it gets a fold. Nice. He's going to have a lot of air. If you 3-bets too much. Sometimes people just read that and then just give up when you call. All right, such a shame. I mean, I love a hand. I guess I've got what I deserved with King Queen High flush board. That is also parts of the fun of having a mediocre hand, pretty much. You just get outdone. It happens more times than you think. It's an easy call. He's short stacked anyway, but probably not folding overs there. All right, so I've got an open end. That's not the end yet. Got all of outs, actually. All right, we missed, though. All right, pocket nines. What happened here? Everyone seems to be laughing, but okay. It didn't show. I'm going to call with nines here. Queen Jack. Everyone's pretty subtle. I'm going to bet this one. All right, I'll check behind. Must have the king. A7. Beautiful. We got some value. All right, good. That was a good sneaky bet there. All right, now we got queens. All right, going to 3-bet here. Not what sure. Spanish. A little call. All in pre-flop. And he's feeling it. He's feeling it, but he's not running hot. Actually, Eric's the one that's running hot at the moment. All right, we're going to call. Pretty good flop for sevens. Get some value. I'm going to call. Good for sevens. It's going to bet this one. Looks like he's not going anywhere. Queen 10 does get there, though. All right, he got value on the 9, which is nice. All right, top pair, but we have the potential of a flush out there. Hitting a gut shot would be nice. Also, you can't really mess around. I mean, not a diamond comes out, we're pretty much dead to it, even to a diamond. Pretty embarrassing. But what's funny is sometimes it's not the end. Sometimes you do have the best hand. I guess you could argue to find some thin value on those type of rivers, which is pretty scary, but you also get a lot of folds as well. If no one's got a diamond, sometimes people get sticky with the set though. All right, it's going to fold the dates. Oh, okay. Damn. Poker made it easy. I was in position as well. You could probably argue I should have called. How big was the bet? No, he raised the $2.20. So pretty much a 1 in 5, which I think it's 1 in 7 at least. So we didn't have the odds, so it's fine. Even though we hit that time, long term we'd probably lose. But we do have position there. That's the difference. All right, 2 for 5. Hoping to hit another 5. Ace King, maybe. I don't know what he's got. Oh, Ace Queen, even better. We still got it because we got the 5. Don't have a good value, that one. Very dangerous. I don't think we're going to get a lot of folds and only better hands to call. Ace Jack. Open up Queen 4 suited. All right, Ace Jack offsuit. We'll definitely open this one. Gonna bet the bottom pair. I'll fold this one. Don't need to mess around. All right, got kings this time. Eric's hit and run pretty much. Not messing around here. If he's got a set, so be it. All right, what does he got? Beautiful. Not going to call 50. What's this guy got? Please don't hit a jack. I'll cry. All right, nice. Made our money back. Never fret. Aces and kings have done well this time. I'm going to bet this one. If we get a 5, we got a straight. And no. What I was thinking was, actually, it wasn't really. I was thinking actually, but just thinking about the dealer and big blind scenario. Big blinds and guys all man. Do we call? We'll cash this one out. All right, let's talk it down. Remember, yellow means we did lose. I shouldn't have cashed it. I shouldn't have cashed out. Sorry, I wrote the advice, but it is what it is. All right. That was a nice hand. It was pretty loose, and I thought if we are somehow behind, I don't know if we could be behind though. The board did pair up. The board did pair up. But I thought maybe it over cards, over pairs. He's playing with 30 big blinds as well. Skipping the punching. So we've got aces now, or trip aces. You got a position, hopefully, bets here. You don't think his king's good here. Now, if he's got a king, I think he's going to be betting. I think we can just call the river bet here. Yeah. I don't think we could raise that one. He sort of value bet himself, though. All right, 9-7, I'm going to call. Pretty gut shot. Then a 5. It's a rainbow board. We'll fight ace jack suited. Unfortunate. Scary board. All right, 9-7's gone. We're going to leave this table. We're going to hit and run this time. I'm going to bet this one with king jack. We could have the best hand, but at the same time, might be in trouble. Like to see the button fold there. All right, raises over the top. We're just going to get out of the way. Top. All right, with the call with queens. Set up down at the table. A2 is just tilted. They've both got A2. That's actually hilarious. All right, let's go check behind. King Queen's missed. Actually, what are the chances of both having 8-2? Like, seriously? All right. We've marked in the screen. That was really nice of them. That was a gift, wasn't it? That was a gift. All right, gotta check raise with 5-4. Check raise. If someone wants to bet, we will take it. All right, nines are gone. There is a question about critical if they're on the turn. All right, gotta overbet. We got 2 pair, but there is a lot out there. This is probably foolish, and we're probably value betting ourselves. But if you've got a hand like ace queen, ace jack, ace 10, they're gonna call at least. It's what one person to call. If someone raises, then they might have a straight. Just want someone to have an ace queen or an ace jack. Looks like no one's helping. All right, 10-8's gone. Probably could have squeezed from the small blind, but decided not to. All right, let's leave these tables. There's quite a lot of people considering the time of day. All right, jack, nice hand for jacks. Still waiting for this table to go. Ooh. Still remember that opponent having 6-5 offsuit, hitting the straight. That's a crazy hand. Everyone's got a crazy hand. I'm going to check here. 6-4. Probably just like, I know we could probably get a little bit there. All right, we'll wait a little bit for that hand to, that table to get that seat replaced. Just got 30 there. So we're in the 76s. All right, we'll fill this one up. Gut shot. It's not great hand though. If he's got a king, I'm gonna call just because it was a terrible. I could have probably tried to bluff this one, but if we hit a 5, we have a straight. That was the only reason why I called. And if he's got a king, I think he's paying off a bigger bet. If he's got trips. All right, so we've got an ace. I think we can just value bet this one. It just folds out of the way. Oh, Gary. Gary from SpongeBob. All right, pocket nines. Goes all in. I know 3 bets. Might as well go all in. All right, we'll fold this one. And we'll fold that one. Yeah, it's an okay flop. It's not the best flop, but it's still pretty good. Man, you got top pair, plus you've got a backdoor, straight backdoor flush. We'll call 10-9. Also, we'll just flat king queen. Hey, how many times you get a flop like this, right? You get top 2, and then they have a set. Please don't have a set. I think king queen's going to drop. Anyway, we try betting there, but all right, king queen. I don't think we could ever get the best hand there. It's going to take a lot of time. We're going to be way behind. All right. So bankroll wise, we didn't really have a goal today for bankroll. Just it was mainly just trying to play at least a 45-minute session to an hour. I think so far we've hit about half an hour, which is good. Okay. River East King just raises. That's a pretty cool name. Boom shakalaka. Uh, it sort of reminds me of the NBA Jam days when I had a SNES. I'm gonna call, put it back to flush. Now we get a bet beating. He's gonna fold. Or he's not gonna fold actually. Tens. All right. So we put him as purple. So we've got a set. King 10 dry board. If he's got a 3, that's awesome. And if you've got a 3, might shove. All right, he's got aces, just getting sticky. Beautiful. Unfortunately, there was no raising though. That's the problem about being out of position. Cool. Backdoor flush. I probably could drop this one. Okay, we've got second pair. Don't have a good hand here. 3-2. Okay, we're worried about king 4. Okay, so far, I feel like been a little bit up and down with discipline. I mean, for the most part, I think we're playing really well. But there's been probably one or two hands, that hand where our opponent had ace king, we sort of dropped the guard there. So that could have been, $3.50 that we've just lost. It all adds up. So it was unfortunate. I mean, I should have been paying more attention. The 3 bets, I'm going to call or 4 bet. Actually, I'll fold 3%. There is a gut shot. Yeah, should probably yeah. No, he's pretty tight with his 3 betting, so I'm not going to 4 bet. Good board for Jack 10 suited. We're not going to raise it. We're going to call though. All right, now they're going to open end a flush draw. All right, so we raise this one. All right, calls 9-5. That deserves a green. Running cold. 9-5 is not running cold. 9-5 is like, shut up and take my money. It's pretty much. It's just terrible. We'll flat here. We're out of position. This is terrible though. I'm going to try this at home. All right, bet this one. Do I have a gut shot? All right, so if he's got a really strong king here, he's going to call, hopefully. We do have a straight. If he doesn't believe us, he's probably going to be, he might even raise. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have bet. I bet too big there. If you think someone's not got a strong hand, we probably should have bet lighter. You bet to their strength. Yeah, well, I sort of bet too big there. Yeah, bet too big. I think we should have bet like 60%. And if you think they're really weak, like, they just want to call with a medium pocket pair. then we could definitely just bet 33% or whatever you've got set up there. All right, so we've got a gut shot with threes. Opponent could have anything. All right, gonna bet this one. He might even fold. He doesn't know what we've got, so he can't really bet there. We're actually sneakily enough bet for value a little bit there. All right, two's a good go because if he hit a two there, he could have a straight. Two. There's plenty of straights in the board. All right, king nine just gonna fold this one. Jack nine gonna call. Do have position here. He'll see bet a lot here. Gonna call. Now we've got top pair. And now he's gonna probably value bet himself here. He could still have a Zach kick though, but we're gonna call. He could call. He could be betting here with an 8. He could be betting here with a 10. All right. Yeah, like I said, value bet himself. All right, we need to defend this hand. All right, going to check here. We do have a strong hand. Should have bet the turn. Now I've made it a little awkward. Queen Jack is 3-betting. It's taking a long time. I've got a call, but all right, you value bet one big blind. Don't know if I could bet. They do say if you typically if they bet really small, you could definitely treat it like a check and then just bet bigger or bet larger. All right, so we got a gut shot. Here's second pair as well, but it's a Mossway pot. Plus we didn't 3-bet. That's 3-betted here. All right, it's gonna fold. King Queen gonna call. Still hit a jack on the turn, which would definitely help us. Now we got 2 pair, but we can't actually be exactly happy. I mean, if someone's got ace queen, we could be drawing dead. Someone could have a jack here. I think we could steal this one. Yeah, he's got jacks. He just checked there just because the flush. He was worried about the flush. I don't think he's ever folding, so I don't think we could bluff him off that hand. All right, so we got queens. It's folding this one. Although he probably could call. Wow. It's going to call that one. He could have any two. Every now and again, he's going to have a monster. They can't always have a weekend as much as you think. All right, we're going to raise up nines. Probably should bet larger. I'm going to cash out this one. There's a lot of outs now. All right, so we took a little bit, we played a little bit safer. King comes out. It's easy fold. Easy as you like, that fold. And how much we got now? 234, 274, 5, 8, 9, 10. So about 280 at the moment. Best thing about being at 10 and 0, it's easier to work out how much you got money on the table because pretty much you got 122, which is like $12 and $11, $13, $10. So pretty easy that way. All right, it's going to fold this one out of the way. Ooh, looks like we got Fisher Chan. I'm going to call. I think we'll just let go of ace 2. Actually, I'm going to bet this one. He's going to fold. All right, cool. All right, so now we've got a set. And this guy is pissed at us. Like I thought he's just annoyed at us, and yeah, he's probably got a king. If he checks back, he's got a king. And if he checks those hands, he could have easily had a king anyway. Bad run out for a set. Glad we got the fold, I guess. Expecting the fire away eventually. I need to make sure that. Ooh, this guy's pretty passive. We'll put red. Just while waiting for a hand. We'll flat. He needs three bets a bit. That shot. Definitely raise bets here. No, he doesn't. He's got ace king probably. Jack two. Oh wow, we should have bet the river. Used a bit of value there on the river. Thought he probably had a lot of air there, or at least maybe a value hand, so he could actually bet. I thought he's going to be folding out a lot. All right, ace king. Okay for ace king. We still haven't hit. That's the problem. Still could have the best hands here. If he see bet there, could be betting for value. Still could have the best hand here. No, he's got sevens. All right, gonna three bet king 10. Yeah, the colors are just guidelines though. Means probably don't bluff him on the river. He's gonna call you down. Everyone's calling. I want someone to raise. Too many people in the hand. And the dreaded king comes out. Of course, someone bets big, and I think we could just drop this one. All right, so he's going to bet this one. Yeah, kings are folding. Like if you're deeper stacked, I guess you could call. Because you could always hit a king and, if they got ace queen, they might pay you off. Six, 11. No, yeah, it's not 11. Can't count. It's just six. All right, so we've got about 280. If I stop now, that'll give me enough chance, but I'm going to be greedy. I'm not sure, probably. All right, so we're at 3,000 points, that was today's goal, was to hit that. And hopefully we'd get some $T. That'd be really nice. I know today's session's pretty tiny, but in comparison of the other sessions, but it's fine. It actually works well for me, I guess, since I was tilted a little bit I've probably felt tilted for about 2 days, including the day I had off. I don't feel like I played tilted. I felt like things could head that way. And you got to remember too, when you play a long time as well, you could definitely have accumulated tilt. So if you play every day, bad beat there, all adds up to your mentality, your psychological, and you just need to just know when to calm it down, listen to yourself, sort of thing. And that's what I did. I pretty much felt pretty bad. Cool. You can see bet here a lot. I'm going to steal this one. Yeah. No, we're not going to steal it. All right. I am going to stop the session here. And let's see what we got. Hopefully just at 280. It'd be nice and easy. It's a shame. At 279. So actually one buy-in. We're playing 5 vanilla again. Like last time, I thought I would 3 buy-ins, but no. Anyway, we're at $279 after we lost that hand with the Ace King or something before against the Pop of Sevens, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Waiting towards 300. And, we're going to take my daughter out later and, just pretty much just, have an early night as well. And then all G'd up for the weekend. So hopefully I have a big weekend and get post 300 over the weekend. Okay, guys, thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe and hopefully enjoy the video. See you guys. Bye.